summary of events for the city of Damascus and its countryside. Starting from Al-Shaghor neighborhood where shooting was heard a while ago, probably from the direction of Al-Bzuriya barrier or Bab al-Jabiya. A shell hit the neighborhood causing material damage that reached Al-Qurabi Mosque, and other two fell on Bab Sghir cemetery between Sueqa and Al-Shaghor neighborhoods, followed by heavy security presence in the area. News says some people passing by or visiting in the cemetery got wounded and others killed. A shell hit Al-Mazra' in Al-Shahbandar Square close to the park, followed by heavy security presence in Al-Shahbandar Square and positioning some snipers on the bank's roof as Al-Mazra' Square was closed and Shamdin Square was opened after being closed on yesterday evening. Also, security men in civil outfits were standing at the barrier. In Bab Srija, a heavy security presence with full equipment was noted in front of Zayd bin Thabit al-Ansari's mosque in the middle of Khalid bin Walid Street, wandering and intimidating the people passing by. A heavy security presence was also noted in around Al-Daqqaq Mosque as security men stopped people passing by and looked through IDs. Al-Assad security forces blocked Bab Musalla Square with a number of SUV cars and closed main and sub-streets in Al-Zahira Al-Qadima from the direction of Al-Yarmouk camp. They also increased the number of concrete barricades and security men. Some activists observed the arrest of two civilians by security who led them inside a ford close to Al-Zahira Park as security men spread in the park. In the old Midhat Basha market, security men at the barrier tightened inspection on cars and passing people as they opened all doors of each car, searched beneath the driver's seat and looked through IDs, even the women's. In Qimariya neighborhood close to Midhat Basha market, the regime closed all the entrances to alleys and prevented entering or exiting them. In Al-Mazzi, a security presence was noted in front of each Al-Mustafa and Abdullah Kafarsusi mosque until after the Friday prayer, as snipers ascended the roofs of the houses close to the mosques, coinciding with the wandering of several patrols in the alleys of Al-Mazzi Basatin. And in spite of the siege and shelling that Al-Asari suffers from, the people of the neighborhood went on a demonstration after the Friday prayer, saluting all the afflicted cities and asking support from the Free Army. While heavy shelling on Al-Qadam and Jober continued, causing several fires and smoke billowed in the sky. In the besieged city Daraya, tanks still exist on the outskirts of the city in desperate attempts to break into it, while heavy shelling with rocket launchers continued. Most of the military vehicles that headed to the city in the morning were seen departing without any direct clashes with the Free Army's battalions. As for tanks, 3 BMB cars with a lot of doshkas, cars and buses for transporting soldiers were seen leaving the city. Some centralized at Al-Sabbara barrier, while the rest went to Al-Mazzi military airport. This Friday that has been named Your Sectarian Polity Will Not Pass, people went out in demonstrations in Babila, Saqba, Yabrud, Douma, Kafar Batna, Al-Mleha and Arbin, as well as Al-Qabun in spite of the bombing targeting it. Heavy shelling on Al-Zabadani has renewed at a rate of about 200 shells per hour. The city exposed from all directions to all sorts of shelling, such as heavy artillery, mortars and tank shells, leaving over 6 people wounded and in a very dangerous state. We have been informed some time ago that an IED has exploded behind Al-Sayyida Hasiba in the 10th aisle in Mashru' Dammar, and the damage was limited to materials only. In Al-Mu'addamiyya, heavy artillery and rocket bombardment continued, and tens of people got wounded because of targeting civilians' houses, most in dangerous state. Shelling on Zamalka, Beit Sahm and Kafar Batna also continued, which led to the injury of the media activist Anas al-Shami, while a number of snipers were spotted in Beit Sahm. 2 of Al-Assad forces' cars were seen in the outskirts of Al-Qudsi Mosque and the youth residence in Qudsiyya suburb in Damascus countryside. And lastly for today, activists reported that a scout rocket was launched towards the north, and other 2 rockets were fired from Al-Qalamun at 2:15, separated by 1 minute.